Anyway, time now. It's only once a month, but it is time now for today's Steam Yard Showdown.
Welcome to this week's Steam Yard Showdown. Today, teams of 5th grade students compete to solve a hands-on engineering challenge with limited time and materials. They're racing the clock to see which team can score the most points towards the championship. Now here's your host, Devin Rossiter at the Steam Yard.
Welcome back. It's round 2 of the Steam Yard Showdown. Devin Rossiter here with Valerie Perez, and we are in a tightly knotted event going into our second event of the Showdown. Valerie, tell us a little bit about what our students are working on today.
So students are working on an egg drop challenge, and this drop challenge has a twist because students are using a microbit, which is a mini computer, to determine whether or not an egg would survive a drop from 2 different heights. So students have a set amount of materials, construction paper straws, cotton balls, and they're also using these microbit devices. By the way, when you see the microbit devices, teachers can, educators that are watching, just know that it is free for you to check out a class set of these microbits for your students to learn coding. Absolutely free, just need to go to the Steam Yard website to check those out. And so students are using these as a readiness check to determine, X means that their device needs a little bit of help, check mark means their device is going to work, possibly, and that their egg has potential to survive.
In this first round, students are going to be developing devices to drop from a ladder height of 8 feet. If their device is able to successfully bring the egg back down to earth, unperforated and uncracked, they will receive 50 points towards their totals, and as of right now, every point counts. On our leaderboard, all of our teams are currently tied after round 1 at 140 points. So let's go ahead and check in with our teams, see where we stand with our development. First off, the Blue Sharks, we've got Vance, Sachwal, and Elena. Let's talk a little bit about our device here. Sachwal, where are we on our progress here?
So right now, we just made like a big pillow and rubber banded it. Then we added this kind of like foam paper, and we put it on top, and we added a lot of tape. Now we're gonna add the cotton, so that when it falls, it won't take that much impact, so we'd still get a check.
So we have a window here for viewing the accelerometer. When we take the accelerometer out and then put the egg back in, is there concern that that window could possibly provide an opening for contact with that egg to strike the ground?
So, I mean, not much, but like, it probably could or like could not. It's like...
For the sake of our viewing audience, is it all right if we test this out with the accelerometer and see if it checks out? Drop it down. Okay, so we have an X there, which is good information to have, right? So we know that some adjustments may need to take place before we're able to test that out on the ladder. Keep going on, Sharks. Let's move on over with our friends in the Yellow Lightning, Haris, Adrian, and Billowell. Adrian, tell us a little bit about your team's progress right now.
So we're deciding to put some cotton onto the egg and surround it for a parachute. I mean, not parachute, for cushioning, and we also have a parachute, so we have even more cushioning.
Now, the material you're using for your parachute is a felt-like material. Was there any conversation about what to use for your parachute and how you ultimately ended up on felt?
No, not really. Not really.
Stronger than paper, won't rip as usual.
Yeah.
Now, you have access to all of the materials that's right here, right? So you saw the felt as an option for using as your parachute compared to everything else that you had there. We'll check and see how that strategy works out for you. Let's move on over and check in with the Purple Comets. Jade's here, and let's go ahead and check and see where we are. Cypress, tell us a little bit about our device here that you're utilizing.
Okay, so we're putting like the foam around and then putting the cotton in, so the egg will be stable here.
So when you put the egg in here, is there going to be anything else going over that egg to secure it in place?
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
Okay, so there's not going to be anything to lower it gently onto the ground. There's no chute in place. It's literally just, oh, so you're thinking about using the bag too.
We're thinking about using this and the bag and the cotton to reduce impact.
So there's going to be many layers in place here for the device that you're building. Not just this, but that's just the central piece for what you'll drop on.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. We said they could use any of the materials they were provided, including the bags.
Have you conducted your pre-drop test yet?
We have tried to, but it's failing.
Okay.
It hasn't been showing up yet, so we are hoping that it should show better results.
We have a few minutes, so keep testing it out. Lastly, let's check in right here with the Green Knights. We've got Emmanuel, Finley, and Trevor. Finley, tell us a little bit about what you've put together.
Okay, so we have, here, let me open it for you. We have this box, like this area where we're going to keep the eggs. It's in here, and you just slip the egg in there. Right now our micro thing's in there. And we just wanted to test this just to see if that worked, because we didn't think it was because we had all this extra. We dropped it and we got a check mark, so if that works, then this is just going to be extra cushioning. And they really wanted baby wipes, so we did a baby wipe in the front. You know.
Interesting. So again, another option was utilizing the baby wipes. It'll be interesting to see if the moisture involved there has any impact on the impact. But you're taking the safe route here, not just leveraging this piece, but stuffing it in for added protection.
Yeah, because the egg is a little bit more, it's like way more fragile than the micro bit. Because the micro bit's like, I think metal or something, and then the egg is just an egg.
And I wanted to chime in one more time. The microbits can be checked out by educators. Just visit our website to do so.
Make sure you check social media for more information or our website, dothemathodonline.net. We'll be right back for our second segment, dropping them from 8 feet. We'll see what survives for 50 points a team. For now, let's send it back to the studio.
Devin, funny that those guys are going to drop those eggs from 8 feet, because I would have thought instead of 8 feet, you could do them like maybe 6 or 7? Something like that. 6, 7 feet would be adequate, don't you think? Yeah. All right. Time now to head back to the Steam Yard Showdown. We're going to check out what the kids are doing with Devin. And Devin, I know that you set this ladder up for 8 feet, but we were thinking, like, couldn't you do something like maybe 6, 7 feet?
Absolutely not, Mike. We'll work at equivalence. We are moving past 6, 7.
Very good.
It is too early to this time. Thank you very much, and welcome back to the Steam Yard Showdown. Back here with
anyway,
Valerie, and
the kid goes,
we are.
Right? And I'm like,
see.
oh, next thing we need.
So we are here with our 8-foot ladder. Jamie is up top. We're going to start off with our Green Knights. Now, it looks like your design, you had a special request before we dropped, right? To make sure we drop with this side down with the baby wipes, correct?
Yes, please.
Okay, well, let's see how well that functions for you. Let's do our drop on a countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Did you notice it flipped as she dropped it? So let's see, Valerie, we're going to judge and see whether or not our egg has survived. Now, what was the rationale for wanting that baby wipe side to drop that side down first?
Because it had a piece of felt in it and it had extra cushioning on that side. But the other side still had cushioning.
So it looks like our egg is unbroken. No cracks, no perforation. That is 50 points on the board for the Green Knights. Currently in the lead now with a total of 190. Let's move on up with the Purple Comets. Now, take a look at your device all the way up there. Does that cause any sense of dread or hesitation seeing it that far up? What do you think?
Well, I don't know.
The best solution for I don't know is we'll find out. Let's count us down. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Actually hit the ladder on the way down too. A couple of extra bumps. Let's see if it survived. Now remember, we're looking for an intact egg, no cracks, no perforation, no leaks. We are, let's see. Well, so there's some fracture lines, but nothing that cracked through or allowed the egg to leak through. Yeah, so we're all set there. That's another 50. Another team at the 190 mark. Let's bring our sharks in. All right, so Elena, Vance, that's Roth. We've got your device up there. Any other recommendations or final thoughts before our big drop at 8 feet up? So that bag design took off a little bit after we had a chance to see a lot of the other teams start to put theirs together. So now we've got more cotton, we've got it together in the bag. Let's see if that lends to success for the Sharks. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Smooth contact with the ground. You know, there's also the air cushion as well. If you notice, that bag was sealed pretty tight. I wonder if that had any impact on the shock as it fell through.
It looks like it's intact, you guys.
We've got another solid intact egg, unbroken, 50 points for the Blue Sharks. Lastly, let's check in with the Yellow Lightning. There it is up there. Adrian, any wonderings or thoughts before we release for your team?
The egg might crack because of the straws due to the force.
And we didn't inflate it too much and add all the cushioning.
So there isn't the added protection or cushioning of a sealed, airtight environment, but we'll see if that does have any impact. Let's go ahead and release on a countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sounded pretty solid. Do we have some yellow in there?
We sure do. Yes, here we go.
Oh.
Not
we
sure I
have
want
our
to touch
first
that one.
crackage. I don't think that any further exploratory actions. There we go. We have yolk. All right. It's not over yet, though, for the Lightning or any of our other teams, because we're about to go into our second iteration. All of our teams are going back inside to redesign, and they have a challenge ahead of them.
Yes, they do. So they're going to get a set amount of additional materials. This second challenge is going to take place at a much higher height. We're going to send Jamie, who's a trooper, all the way up to the top of the parking structure to drop the team's second devices.
And that'll be a height of about 16 feet, if I'm to understand that. It could be thereabouts. Now, they have a choice to make because it's not just a taller height, but they have to decide how many eggs they could drop in their device.
Yes, so this time they have the option of dropping 1 egg for 100 points, or they can decide to drop 2 eggs for 200 points. The trick is if 1 egg is even slightly cracked, it's 0 points for them.
It's the double or nothing challenge. We're going to see some separation in those standings. We'll recover it when we come back, round 2. For now, back to the studio.
All right, thanks for that, Devin. The Steam Yard Showdown, we're going to check in with Devin. I know these guys are going to an increased height. So, Devin, take it away. Let's see what happens.
Thanks a lot, Mike. We are increasing that height here in the second iteration for round 2 of the Steam Yard Showdown. Devin Rossiter here with Valerie Perez. Valerie, we've got our devices. Where's Jamie?
Oh, where is she? Way up there.
So we're talking about maybe 16 feet or higher. Now, do we have a spare egg that we could just drop to show what we could do here? Because we want to show, without any unencumbered support, what happens when we drop one of these raw eggs down here. Let's check it out here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This could be our contestants as we drop out. Now, for this second round, this is a double or nothing challenge, which means they have the option of deciding how many eggs to drop. 1 for 100 points or 2 for 200 points. However, if they choose 2 and one of them breaks, they get 0 points. So we're going to start things off with the Knights. So tell us a little bit about your choice. Did you go with 1 or 2 eggs? We went with 2.
Okay.
Was there anything extra you had to do with your device to get it ready to drop 2 eggs at double the height?
Okay, so for our old egg, it was still in good tact, but it had just gotten dropped, so it was probably more fragile. So we did extra wrapping on that one, and then we did our old wrapping system on the second egg. And just because the second egg was a bit newer than the other one, so it probably had a better chance of staying alive.
Well, let's find out if that holds true. The hypothesis is in place. Jamie's up there with the Green Knight device. Let's count it off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropped like a package from the sky. Let's go ahead and check it out.
How dare you? How dare you? You beat me.
Well secured.
We do not want anybody messing with it. Amazon packaging.
I feel like there should be some sort of gift card inside here. We have yolk. The Green Knights took the risk, and unfortunately, none of the rewards. So they stay at 190 points. The gamble did not pay off. Let's go ahead and jump in now with the purple comets. Now, you had a chance to see how it went for the Knights. Did you decide to go with 1 egg or 2?
2.
We went with another 2. What changes did you make with your design with that challenge and the height?
So basically, we double coated it with like more foam and like
put a
more
lot of
paper
cotton.
and more wipes. And we also cut out the hard part of the wipes, and use it as cushion.
I also
They did.
wrapped each egg like with 4 wipes and tape, like each of them. And then we put them in foam, and then we put them in a bag with cotton, and then we put that bag in another bag.
It's layers upon layers upon layers upon layers.
What did you guys ask me to bring out?
Scissors.
That's right. That's why I have these.
Let's see how this works out. There it is up top. Let's drop it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The thud of it all. By the way, I don't know if the echo from the parking garage amplified that even more, but that sickening thud. Let's see if it has any impact. Lots of wrapping. Further in. Checking inside. Any sign of yolk yet? Well, now we have 2 separate eggs that we have to check. Where? Oh, there's a separate
Ooh, I was tricked.
container
If you wanna grab
for the
that.
second egg.
Okay. This one looks like it's intact.
Let's check and see.
Oh, I can feel it. This one's
There is some white there. Okay,
broken.
let's
No,
check
it's-
and confirm. Yeah, it looks like that
broken.
shell is compromised. And so there we go. You can start to see it. Yep. We have another lost risk there. We see, unfortunately, the 2-egg risk does not pay off. So the Comets stay at 190 points. All right. Well, let's go ahead and clear the space now. Before we get to the Blue Sharks, let's talk a little bit about some of their mishaps in their testing and redesign. They were given their eggs as they were testing, and you had the 2 eggs, and you had to use those 2 eggs. There were no replacements. Now, Sharks, during your testing, one of your eggs came to an unfortunate demise. Talk us a little bit about this process and how that takes a little bit of the options off the table.
Okay, so I was building it, and then that just rolled out and broke. And so what we did is we got worried about that, and we're like, okay, we're double packing, Amazon packaging that for sure. And
So you really don't have a choice here. You have to go with 1 egg. So 100 points on the line. Let's check it out on the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little bit of a softer landing, not as much of a thwomp there on the bottom. Let's see. Now, you have all that packaging, all that cushioning for just 1 egg. That may have had a positive impact. I also noticed you added a paper parachute this time.
we tried to.
We tried to
We expected it to go like super slow so it's to survive. But I have no clue.
We're getting into the interior of the device. Again, just 1 egg for 100 points here. Let's see what this leads to. Do we see anything? I noticed a little bit here, and it looks like we have another cracked egg. So, Blue Sharks, unfortunately, no points on that second iteration. Now, that brings us to the Yellow Lightning. Lightning, you had your egg crack in the first round, but you've seen all of the other teams have their eggs crack here in the second iteration. How many eggs did you go with?
2.
So this is 200 points on the line. If your eggs are both able to survive, you will have the lead going into our final round of the Steam Yard Showdown. A lot at stake here. Let's check it out. Count it off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That did not sound like a very confident response on the drop there. What are your initial feelings?
It's cracked.
We have it right there on the back. Absolutely. Wow. The challenge, considerable for all of our teams. But the good news is you didn't lose ground on anybody else in that second iteration. At the end of 2 rounds, we have 3 teams, our Comets, our Knights, and our Sharks at 190. Lightning still in it with 140. When we come back next time here on the Steam Yard Showdown, the stakes are higher, the skies are limit. Who will reign as our first Steam Yard Showdown champion? For now, we'll send it back to the studio.